talk about gender. Let's talk about my past. Let's talk about both of them together. I went to an all-girls school. All girls. All of them. It was a nightmare. Nightmare. It's a freaking nightmare. Alright? Now let's talk about boys' school. Both of my brothers went to all-boys schools. Both of them. And let me tell you, I was jealous. I was so jealous. Because they would come home with crazy stories. Stories I wish I was in. Oh yeah, we got out of school, and then we were all hanging out, and then we started a snowball fight, and some kids were throwing snowballs with rocks in them. And I was like, man, I wish I was there, and I could throw snowballs with rocks in them. Or we were in class, and this one kid, he was talking, and he was making noises, and the teacher grabbed his desk and threw it out the window. I was like, man, that sounds awesome. Okay, so I would go to girls' school, and it was a Catholic girls' school, and I'd be wearing a mini skirt because I had to. That little kilt, gross. Anyway, not that I would be averse to wearing a kilt if I was a dude, but as a chick, fuck, you have to sit all prim and shit and not let people see your undies. What the hell's wrong with that? Stupid. So then, here's the clincher. Here's the clincher. My mother was a teacher at my school, okay? And every Friday, she'd take it easy in her class. She taught physics. She'd take it easy. And instead of doing school stuff, she'd tell them stories about me as a child. Not even like the ones that weren't embarrassing. Only the embarrassing ones. And the kids would come over. Well, they were older than me because I was in 8th grade. But they'd come over after school because I was friends with the older kids because the younger kids are stupid. And I was always friends with like younger kids that I could be a mentor to and like lead. And then a friend with like the seniors because I related to them because I started smoking when I was 11. And I was like a bad kid. So the seniors and I related more. But I never got to be a senior, funnily enough. I quit high school in 10th grade. Anyway. That really sucked. Hey, guess what we learned about you today? Yeah. We heard about that thing you did when you were 3 months old. I was like, shit, don't know that. That's awful. Anyway. So then, my mom would take us in a car. Because she worked where we went to school. So we all left together. And, we would go to the boys' school and pick up my brothers. And my brother would never let me out of the car, so his friends couldn't see me. So I wasn't allowed to be out of the car in the boys' school, which was the one place I wanted the most to be. I wanted to meet all the boys, because I spent all day with girls, and I hated them, and I didn't understand them, and I couldn't relate to them, and all I wanted was a little machismo in my life. Just a little guy-on-guy friendly action. I mean, I wouldn't be averse to guy-on-guy sexy action, but this is a long time ago, so let's just say friendly action, okay? But he would tell me, when he would get in the car, don't go out of the car. Don't stand around and talk to my friends. Don't be friends with them. Ugh. Why? I want to be friends with the guys. And then, he would have guy friends over. And I would be all up in their shit. I'd be hanging out with them and having fun with them and cussing with them and smoking with them and playing games with them, and my brother would kick me out constantly. In fact, one time he said, "You should shut up. You talk too much. Don't talk anymore." And I was like, man, if I don't talk for like the whole day, will you let me hang out with them? Will I impress them because I'm amazing and I can take challenges like a boss? So for a whole day, I didn't talk. Not a word. I didn't even mind. I was so anxious to be around dudes that I didn't talk for a whole day. Of course, my brother is my favorite. So, Later on, he dared me to grow my hair out because my family doesn't think mohawks are attractive on ladies. So for 2 years, I did the most awkward, awful thing I've ever done. I grew out my hair. I was just that anxious to impress him. I hated every second. I looked awful. But I was just so excited. I was like, I really want to be part of your in crowd. So every time my brothers would be here and they would have friends over and they'd be playing board games and shit. Oh man, I tried so hard to sneak in. And I fit right in. All their friends and me, we got along swimmingly. But they're afraid to tell them that I'm trans. So now when people are over, I'm not allowed downstairs. I'm not allowed to socialize with them. Even though I totally fit in. I totally fit in. Yeah, dude. Memories. The one place I wanted to be, I wasn't allowed to go. The one place I'd rather kill myself than go, I was forced to go for several years, like 5 years. I only had female friends for the longest time. I just didn't get them. And the only ones I hung out with were the ones that bullied me. Because I was different. Because I was weird. Because I was antisocial. Because they were the ones that weren't super feminine. So they would steal my clothes and learn my combination to my locker. And I mean, it was awful shit. It was awful. Those were the friends I had. My bullies were my only friends. You know, when you read Harry Potter and you're like, why would anyone be friends with Malfoy? Well, maybe nobody else wants to be friends with them, because, so maybe they got bullied by Malfoy, and they were like, well, at least he talks to me. So I'll be friends with Malfoy, just because, whatever. And then you get up to no good, because at least you have a friend. So if he tells you to do something stupid, you'll do it, just so you have friends. It's fucked up shit. I can't believe I didn't know I was a dude much sooner. I mean, obviously. Man. But it always hurt me so much that I wasn't allowed to meet the boys at school. Because I obviously wanted to be friends with them. Because I had no friends. And I remember many, many years ago when I was 19 and I had a best friend in the world who I spent all my time with, and she was a chick. And the only reason we hung out is that she was even weirder than me. So if she didn't have me as a friend, she had nobody, and I had nobody. So we just became friends. She had a passionate love relationship with Abraham Lincoln. I can't even tell you. Also, she was an artist, but the only thing she drew was the Little Mermaid. That's some fucked up shit. I don't know what my voice is doing. I apologize. Anyway, so I came out as a lesbian to the guy I was gonna not marry. And then I came home, because I was in a different state. And I was like, oh my god, we haven't hung out in forever, because I was almost engaged to this guy. And I was like, dude, by the way, I'm totally a lesbian. And she was like, oh no, I'm a Latino Catholic. That is wrong. And then she told me that she could never be my friend, because I was an aberration. And I was sinning against God. And I haven't talked to her since. Which is okay, because she was fucked up. But at the same time, it's like, if only she knew. We can't have segregated schools, guys. It fucks up people's lives. We gotta stop that shit. And yet at the same time, I totally want to be a teacher at a boys' school when I become a teacher. That would be amazing. Because they play by different rules. They do shit that's not cool. Well, ladies don't think it's cool, but I think it's awesome. I want to get so pissed at a fucking kid one day I'd throw his desk out the window. That would be amazing. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway. Just a little story to keep you guys interested. Catch you guys later.